Hi, this is Darren Lashner from 365 Assist. This is the third episode in my application lifecycle management series. In the first episode, I showed you how to create environments and solutions or packages. In the second one, I showed you how to build up that solution with applications and things like Dataverse tables. In this one, I'm going to show you how we migrate applications and solutions, I should say, from development to test and production environments.
Now you might usually take your solution or package across obviously from development to a test environment and then once tested to a production environment. This isn't about the testing so much, so I'm going to skip the test environment. I'm just going to migrate this from this package from a development to a production environment in this case. The process will be exactly the same if you wanted to go to test and then on to development from there, to production from there. So in this case, I've got my development environment as you saw before, and my solution there, my pet solution. Now I have created, just like I created, or similar to how I created a development environment, I created a production environment, but I chose the setting to be production rather than sandbox. So this is a full production environment. When I created the environment, it was a production environment. You can see there's nothing in there now. From my solution is not in there yet. I'm gonna, for the first time, I'm gonna migrate that across from one solution to another. You can manage this through Microsoft Azure DevOps if you wanted to. I'm going to show you the really simple way at this stage. I might make an advanced video later to show how we can do this in DevOps. But let's just do it manually and through this process. So the first thing I do is take my solution. I'm right up at the top. I just select my solution and I'm going to export it. So hit export. Now a couple of things you want to do. If you haven't already published your changes, you might want to hit the publish all changes. And I would recommend that you check for issues in the solution at least once every so often just to see there's no issues there. So that's important to just check those off. I have checked them off and I'm happy with what I've seen in them. Click next. Now version number is really important. Automatically it will add the next version number or subversion number here that you have there. So in this case it's 1.0.1. You can adjust this, so in this case it's still 1.0 as far as I'm concerned. You might want to keep it as 1.0 or you can adjust it to what you want and move from there. It will always add the one number. And there are two types of exporting. One is the managed and one is the unmanaged. So when you are migrating from a development environment to either a test or a production environment, you want to go managed, and what that does, that locks down the code so it cannot be changed. If you're migrating this to another environment where you want to do further development and off this environment, you would then choose unmanaged, or perhaps you just want to take a backup of the open source code to use another time. You might want to choose unmanaged. So again, I'm going to use managed because I'm just moving it to a production environment here, and I'll hit export. And it goes away and starts exporting, and it gives you a little message up here. And after a few minutes you'll get that the solution has been exported successfully and has downloaded soon. It actually is downloaded. It'll be downloaded into your download folder. So if I go across to my downloaded folder, you can see here there is my name of my solution with the version number and that it's managed. If it wasn't managed solution, it wouldn't say that, and it's a zip file, and in that zip file is pretty much all the XML that's needed for that. So that's what's sitting there at this stage. So then to bring that into the production environment, it's pretty simple. We go to the production environment and we would hit the import in this solution, and we browse for that file, which is there. And we open that file and we hit next. Now if you're updating the version, it'll tell you that you're getting to a new version. This is the first time I'm doing it, so I'm not worried. This is not patching it, but it is doing it for the first time, and I'll import that. And again, that might take a few minutes to import that. So this one imported successfully, as you can see there, and now I've got my solution in here under solutions. If I go into my solution, try and edit it, First of all, I get a message up here saying I can't, I have some trouble. If I go to the Canvas app here and I go there, the edit button is grayed out, so I can't actually even edit the Canvas app because it's a managed solution and locked for editing. And when I go to apps, it took a few minutes for this to happen, but when I go to apps, I go to my pets and there's my application as normal, and I can just play that application in production, right? It doesn't bring any data along, so if you had data in development or test, obviously that doesn't come along. You have to create new data in this app. Okay.